The Ashland Eagles women's basketball team is off to the regional final after a dominant 23-point win over the Northern Michigan Wildcats in the GVSU Fieldhouse. The Eagles' defense was on display yet again, only allowing 45 points over the course of the game. The Eagles got off to a hot start early in the contest, partially due to Haley Smith, who was not in foul trouble this game, unlike a number of recent contests.
That was huge for me. I know the last couple games that's been an issue, but after watching some film, I learned and trying to grow from it. So yeah, it was awesome to be on the court longer today.
To kick off the second half, Lexi Howe put together a number of buckets in a row to finish the frame in double-digit scoring as she continues to return from season-long injury.
Here's Smith on the kick out. Yoder for her first points, gets it to go down, and the Eagles lead. Morgan Yoder with a huge three-pointer has done a nice job of playmaking that time, knocking down the corner three, one of the most accurate three-point shooters in the conference. Armstrong, the junior, with the handle, looking down low. Kaufman, mismatch against Mullet. Three Eagles race to help. Ball nearly turned over, but Miller has it back to Armstrong. Troyer to answer, too strong, and Miller has the rebound. Eagles leading by one. Mullet, the freshman, captaining the ship, hands it off to Howe. Takes the screen from Smith. Yoder on the outside once again, looking to turn it downhill. Mullet trying to post up. Miller rips through contact, no call, but the layup is good. Eagles on a 5-0 run.
Ashley Miller with a big-time pass down low to Zoe Miller. This is a huge possession now for Malone. The Eagles with their largest lead since the opening minutes.
5-0 run out of the timeout, 9-0 run overall. Defense chance raining in as Howe gets caught reaching in as Price, the freshman that continues to play big minutes, draws the foul on the inside as we'll take a look at that last bucket.
Ashley Mullet with a nice left-hand bounce pass, and Zoe Miller able to finish his.
Hello and welcome to the Doug Geiser Show, Year 2, brought to you by the Ashland University Journalism and Digital Media Department. I'm Ethan Jenkins, and I'm joined by Doug Geiser, the head coach of the Ashland University football team. Coach, another week. Thanks for coming back on.
I appreciate you guys having me.
This past weekend, the team suffered a tough loss against Walsh, 24-10. What were some of your main takeaways from that game this weekend?
First thing I would do is I would commend Walsh. They did a tremendous job. And they got the win at the end. They made more plays than us at the end of the game, and that's the name of it. You got to have more points at the end of the game, and their offense outscored our offense. And in this day and age in college football, you need more than 10 points. That's real. And then defensively, you got to tackle better. You got to play the ball in the air a little bit better. You got to tackle better. I thought special teams were pretty much a wash on both sides. So, those factors right there led to them getting a big win.
You mentioned those 10 points on offense. What has to change going forward to make sure that you guys can execute better?
The biggest thing is self-inflicted wounds. We had a number of explosive plays were negated by penalties, and so good football teams can't do that.
Welcome back to the Doug Geiser Show. I'm currently joined by a rock on the defense, Christian Garish. Christian, thanks so much for hopping on the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So to jump straight into things, the defensive line has been one of the main components of the defense. How have you guys improved over the course of this season?
On the defensive line, we got a good group of veteran leaders there with Colin Strong, myself, Mason Graney. We've had a lot of experience. And then we got a good group of young guys that are coming in, just really athletic, strong, fast. So it's been a great privilege to play with them and have fun.
And so not only the players, your coaching staff helps you out a lot too. Who have been the coaches that have really led those veterans to be so complete now, late in the stages of their career?
I mean, obviously I got to go with Coach Sock. I mean, he's been there forever. So it's one of those where, he's seen everything, and he's made sure to keep us, prepared, let us know, hey, this is what we're looking at this week, changing things up if we have to, and then going from there.
And for Coach Geiser, how has it been kind of reassuring for you to know that you're always going to have that solid defense to almost bail your offense out if they're not playing well that day?
It can bail the offense and the special teams out, really. It's a source of strength. It allows me to sleep a little bit at night, knowing that you
The number 2 nationally ranked Ashland University women's basketball team traveled to Findlay, Ohio to take on the Oilers on Thursday night. The Eagles were left without star player Annie Roshak, but were able to fill her absence with a great game from Haley Smith. Smith, who had come off the bench in every game so far this year, was called into starting duties and tallied 15 points alongside 8 rebounds. Eagles point guard Morgan Yoder added a career high of 17 points to help the Eagles in the road battle. The Eagles won the game by a final score of 71-63 and look to Saturday for a matchup with the Tiffin Dragons with tip-off set for 1 p.m.